Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets full?
Coach, the sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, get tight, let's go, let's go. Got it, 22, mark 22. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Check four, check four.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run again on first down. Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 39, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. It's caught. He finds Myers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson complete. It's Henry. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback. And that philosophy works for them very well.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20.
Here we go. 18 data. Double time. Alert. 3
On first down, Mooney. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second and 5. Eluding the pressure. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 85 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run, Cook, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike 22 is coming, 22 is coming, Mike, set up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he finds his man Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run now with Peyton, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a give, right side. Mooney. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. 25, check 25, check 20, go. Hatch it. Kill. Zip it.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Mooney. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson, he sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Alert flare, alert steady weapon.
Right back to him on first down. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Ready, and read. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And going deep for Hill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
2 times, 2 times. 3 down.
On second and 15 now. Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Right there. Go. 58, 58, come on. Ready? 58, come on. 58, come on.
Now on second and 13. Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back, and this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Come on, set. To Pittsburgh. Trump. Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Go. All set. Off.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyreek Hill, 89 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield, and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
49, check 49, check 49.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a screen. Mike 22, Mike 22. It's our time.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mooney. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Time to go, night. Like 22.
Now it's Jackson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Come on, man. Let's go.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
58's the mark. 58's the mark.
From just shy of midfield, Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
At the 25-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Mooney. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
3 down. Check 24, check 24. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kill. Swing. Kill. Turn up.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under crunch. Hey, watch this. Switch. Jack. Hey.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit. Because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down now, Mooney. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Check 13. He's checking.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Desmond King making the tackle. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Mooney. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really
hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They come out here in the eye. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Bears, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, their playoff